Well, hey folks, we're going to answer the question today. Will Ford Raptor tires and rims fit on a regular F-150? We're going to get that question answered right now. So this is my 2018 Ford F-150. Got 20-inch wheel package on this. These tires are 275 55 20s, which are roughly 32-inch tires. It's a lot of rim, not a whole lot of rubber. I have found with doing anything off-road, it's always best to have more rubber and less rim, and that's why I wanted to go with the Raptor rims. So the standard Ford Raptor tire and rim size are a 315/70/17. It's just over a 34-inch tire by 12.5 inches wide. Now this is considerably larger than what I have on the truck currently, so there'll probably need to be some recalibration. But I do think this would be a great looking tire and rim package on my truck. As you see, I have the gray stripe on the truck, I've got gray rims, and I think it's going to look a little better than the chrome that I have on there right now. A quick side-by-side comparison, you can see these are much larger tires. On the rear of the truck here, I think they'll do just fine. On the front of the truck, however, I think I'm going to need a little bit of help. And that's where a lift is going to come in. Alright, I got them on. And here in the front, where it's not yet been lifted, there's a fairly decent amount of space just as a straight wheel. So that gives me some good hope. Now what I'm going to do now is get in there, start it up, and turn the wheels full lock both ways and see where I'm rubbing, if at all. And we'll see if these things will fit without any lift. So let's start that right now. There's definitely some contact with the inner fender liner on this side. The front clears, but just barely. Yeah, we're definitely going to need a lift over here. Here in the passenger side, I can't even get a full turn. It runs right into the crash bar here on the back. Putting some weight on the back here, it looks like we're going to have plenty of clearance with the current setup. With these tires and no lift, we've got about 38.5 inches to the fender on each side. So as you can see, this does rub the inner fender well at full lock on both sides. That's to be expected. No surprise there, and with a 2.5-inch leveling kit on the front, it should raise that enough to where we won't have that problem. So the next step is to put that leveling kit on, and we'll do that next. So from everything I've read on installing these Raptor wheels and tires on the stock F-150 is that we need a 2.5-inch lift on the front. I have purchased a 2.5-inch Motifab leveling kit. I'll link to that down below. I bought it off Amazon, and that raises the front end 2.5 inches and should provide enough clearance for these tires. And from everything I've seen, I have no doubt that it will. I was originally going to install those myself, and I looked into it. It's a pretty involved process, and I do have all the tools to do it. I just don't have the time nor the patience to try to figure that all out right now. And I'd rather have a professional install it, go ahead and do the alignment, and have it all ready for me to install these new wheels and tires. So I'm going to bring it over to the shop in the morning and have them install everything, and then we'll see if everything fits from there. So stay tuned. Alright, I'm back from the shop. They did a great job installing this front level lift, and yeah, I like it. There's a lot more space there, and I've got high hopes that this is going to fit these 34-inch tires. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and put those tires on, see if they fit. Well, despite the weird camera angle that makes this look a lot closer than it is, we have plenty of clearance here on the front driver's side. It's not coming anywhere close to hitting that fender liner. And here on the back, same thing, weird camera angle, but we've got plenty of clearance for the crash bar. Nothing's hitting it, everything looks great. So we're at over 40.5 inches on both sides to the fender from the ground. So we got a little over 2 inches of lift total. Well, I am really, really pleased with how this turned out. This truck looks awesome now. Love those Raptor rims with those big 34-inch tires, and the stance in the truck is really mean now. It just looks really good all the way around. Having talked to the guy at the shop who installed the front level, I'm really glad I didn't try to take that on myself. It gave him a hard time, but he got it done, got it aligned. It drove great on the way over here. I'm about to go test drive this thing with the new tires on and see how it does, but looks like everything clears the way it's supposed to. I would imagine it may hit if I was doing a sharp turn and hit a really big bump, but other than that, it's got plenty of clearance as the tire's turning around. So, well, that answers the question. Will Raptor tires and rims fit a regular F-150? Yes, they will. Just need to have a level lift on there. In this case, 2.5 inches for my setup. So I hope this helps. If you like what you saw today, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos, subscribe to the channel. Love to have you along for the ride. If you do subscribe, hit that notification button so you know when I post new videos. I appreciate each and every one of you following along. Y'all get out there and live the good life. Thanks a lot.